Another pilgrim seeking shelter from a storm? No, you don't appear to be a pilgrim. What brings you here? Even in our darkest hour, Meridia provides a light. We were on our way to see High Priest Varkor when the storm hit. I've never seen such power. It raged like a thing alive. I gathered who I could, but the others are still out there. Start at the stables to the northwest. I saw Acolyte Yold, Priest Irena, and Roligmorth the Pilgrim seek shelter there. If you find them, send them back here. After that, meet me at the Pilgrim's Lodge to the west of the temple. Look for Yold, Direna, and Roligmorth at the stables. Then meet me at the Pilgrim's Lodge. I will head there after I finish caring for these injured souls. Meridia's light shine upon you, good friend. Kilcreed Temple provides a safe haven for the priests and pilgrims of Meridia. At least it did, before this terrible storm struck. The Lady of Light has always protected us. Why today should be different, I don't understand. No, that honor goes to our High Priest Varkor. I am but her humble assistant. She is my mentor and my friend. After you find the others, I'll meet you at the Pilgrim's Lodge, and we can search for the High Priest together.
Why has Meridia forsaken me? High Priest Vakor will find me. Meridia will save me. When things are darkest, her light shines the way. Please don't eat me. Priest Bavian? Where's High Priest Vakor? Did those horrible creatures get her? We hid in the stables, but then Priest Irena changed. That's when I ran in here.
Acolyte Ivina can't hear me. She's standing right here, but she's gone. Is this what would have happened to all of us if I hadn't gotten the others into the cave? I tried to heal Ivina, but Meridia's light had no effect. But what was that about Priest Darena and the stables? Is like poor Ivina. We must find High Priest Varkor. If anyone is powerful enough to cure this unnatural ailment, it will be her. Meridia willing. We'll find the High Priest and everyone else safe in the temple. We need to find High Priest Varkor. Let's head to the temple. By Meridia's light, so many dead. How could Meridia let this happen to her faithful? Monsters in this holy place. We need... Take his Meridian medallion so we can remember his sacrifice.
Priest Bavian! Our own brethren! I'm safe in here, but the rest of the temple... It's overrun with monsters. Worse, they're our own priests and pilgrims. I saw one pilgrim attack poor Larolvor, ripped at his flesh with her teeth. The storm? I hadn't thought of that. Terrible things started happening after it began, though. This may be heresy to say, but Meridia has abandoned us. She doesn't care what happens to this place. I'm going to stay here until the danger's past. Who's there? Is that you, High Priest?
Our own brethren, like vicious animals. We must find the others.
Murnazu gave me no choice, Bavian. I swear it. Just this morning, we were debating the mysteries of the colored rooms. Now he's gone. He attacked me. He tried to devour me. I had no choice but to kill him. To kill a cherished student. Signs? Do you want to know if he announced his intentions before he turned into a ravenous beast? No. Nothing. One moment he was fine. The next, he was a monster. The High Priest took the survivors and fled to the catacombs. You need to help them.
Priest Armin? Oh, wait. Follow me. He fled into the vestry. Armin, please, you don't want to do this. They're mad, beyond all reason. Even in this temple, Meridia's light does nothing to help those afflicted with this feral curse. We need to reach the catacombs and find High Priest Varkor. The catacombs can be accessed from deeper within the temple. We just need to get the key from the Chamberlain's sanctum. I think I know why the High Priest went to the catacombs. It's not only a defensible location, it's where our relic is kept. Meridia's brilliance. It has the power to channel her light and purge the temple of this corruption. At least, I hope it does. High Priest Varkor wouldn't just hide in the catacombs. She must have a plan to save us. Did you retrieve the key from the Chamberlain's sanctum? We need it to open the door to the catacombs. Perfect. There are only 2 keys that I know of, and the High Priest has the other one. Now open the door, and let's find High Priest Varkor. Catacombs are corrupted. High Priest, by the light! Quickly, retrieve the relic. Retrieve the relic, and we can escape through the old air shaft. This way, my friend. Let's meet back in the cave. How fragile my faith, when I can depend more on help from a stranger than from my God. And such terrible things we witnessed today. An unnatural storm, vampires, innocent people turning into monsters. I fear this corruption cannot simply be prayed away. It seems that Meridia has abandoned us to our fate. Why? I cannot say. Ah, thank you. These belonged to Roligmolf and Acolyte Lorelfor. I wish we could have saved them, but at least we can use these to remember them. I doubt we can recover their remains before the temple is sealed. With Meridia's brilliance, I'm not sure my faith is strong enough to use it after all this, but I suppose I have to try. I owe that much to High Priest Varkor's memory. Do you have the relic? I'll work with our remaining priests. Try to use the relic to purge the corruption and seal the temple. If that doesn't work, well, let's hope that it does. Thank you, my friend. You stood with us while Meridia turned away. We won't forget that. The injured still need to be treated, and the temple's corruption needs to be dealt with. Despite the way I feel about Meridia now, I still have a responsibility. I won't walk away from it. Not like Meridia walked away from us. I lost a lot of things today. We all did. But that doesn't mean I won't keep trying to help the faithful. There are injured to tend to, and those poor souls who lost their mind to the storm. I want to find a way to help them all. High Priest Varkor claimed it contained Meridia's divine light. There are rituals for releasing such power. Whether I or one of the other priests can make use of it, we'll see. I just hope we don't experience any more of those storms.
I have a long memory.
Well?
If you see a pretty bottle around, let me know. It talks, if that helps. Oh, thank you. I was worried that Master Dren had gotten lost when I went to get myself some stew. I guess I just forgot why I set the bottle down. I'll go and get it. Him. As soon as I finish my stew. It's really good stew. That's good. A talking bottle makes me nervous, and it sure made Master Dren crankier than normal. I'll bring it here and keep it safe with his other stuff. Don't worry.
Another day, another infernal harrowstorm.
Who's up for archaeology? Anyone?
Couldn't have just been plain old wolves.
I was once like you. I'm desperate.
A fascinating application of the technique.
Ah, bloody mages and their bloody tricks.
Hello? Is that you, Doughty Assistant? Oh, thank feck. You have the incantation, yes? Read it quickly. You'll be surprised to hear that life as a bottle does not suit me. How should I know? I'm a historian, not a hedge wizard. Just use your best judgment. I have near total faith in you. Yes, yes, that's it. I can feel the illusion's grip loosening. Keep going. Read the other lines. Yes, I think that's right. I can feel the glass cracking around me. Keep going. Speak the final line. That's it. The glass is fading.
Oh, finally! Let's see. Legs, arms, stylish coiffure. Yes, looks like everything's as it should be. What a relief. A pleasure to meet you in the flesh. As I said before, I am Narcissus Dren. You are? whoever you are, charmed. Now to business. We need to find Mailmoth's Mysterium. First, we need his journal. The librarian refused to share it with me. Ridiculous. Oh, the usual inanities of frumpy book hoarders. I might have torn one of the pages. Honestly, you'd barely notice. But you know how librarians are. Spill a drink, or talk too loudly, or rip a few pages, and wham! They cast you out on your ear. Ugh. A prickly Argonian named Dean Velaz. She works in the Mages Guild Library in Solitude. I might have said a few indecorous things about her beady little eyes. My fault. But people who stand in the way of discovery really get my dander up. Yes, of course. Narcissus Dren is always true to his word. If you assist me in following the clues laid out in Mailmoth's journal, I will gladly share the wonders of his Mysterium with you. For free? Why in Beck's name did you bring my belongings out onto the street?
Master
What
Dren!
is it?
I'm terribly sorry. Just...
Don't look away.
Welcome to the Mages Guild Library. Please handle our books and scrolls with the care they deserve. I already cast out a careless dark elf. I pray that I will not have to ask anyone else to leave today. Do you work with that strutting war Narcissus Dren? The famed scholar? Scholar my shedding tail scales. He tore a page in a valuable book, and I suspect he stole one of Mailmoth's scrolls. What reason could I possibly have to help you? I knew it. Wise of him to send an associate like you to offer an olive branch. Cowardly, but wise. Scoundrels like Narcissus always try to buy their way out of problems. Then again, a repair like this is costly. Very well. It's there on the table. Tell that scaleless idiot that if I find out he stole a scroll, he will be sorry. The journal is just there on the table. I should warn you, Mailmoth was mad as a sack of weasels. Whatever you intend to do with the text, I doubt it will be worth the effort.
about time I found someone whose spine wasn't bent with age or cowardice. There's trouble on the horizon. Dark clouds are gathering over the Western Kingdom. Harrow storms, they're called. The conjurings of Reachman witchcraft. Unfortunately, there are more reports of these unholy storms than folk willing to brave them. What the Swords of Solitude needs is a group of volunteers with the guts to wade into a few of these harrow storms and stop the accursed witchwork that is causing these fell winds to blow.
Who's this? Strong, sober, well-equipped? The coterie of organized scholars needs adventurers of your stripe. Our research very much depends on it. Our fieldwork is fascinating, satisfying, and it pays quite... well, there is payment. Interested? The esteemed goblin scholar Landal Gavant has commissioned the coterie to seek evidence of a previously undiscovered tribe living within Chillwind depths. As you'd imagine, the coterie is eager to substantiate this claim. We need someone to verify this claim, and if this tribe exists, bring definitive proof. Landal is specifically interested in objects of cultural significance in order to learn how socially advanced they are. Try not to disrupt the tribe too much. The coterie's work can be dangerous, but such is the price of enlightenment. Just think of the work that your findings might inspire. Speaking of, if you haven't, you should speak with the author of the study straight away.
Our militia is recruiting for a dangerous mission, but I'm up to my ears in milk drinkers. You've got some guts, haven't you? A goatherd has been complaining about wolves preying on his goats for weeks. Normally, that wouldn't be of much concern, but the last volunteer we sent came back on his shield with his guts torn out. Turns out the goat snatchers are werewolves. And save those goats. Gerval can't afford to pay otherwise. Werewolves should have the sense not to slaughter all their prey at once, so there's a good chance at least a few are still alive. Feed them these berries, and they'll wander home, supposedly. I'm hoping you earned your reward. Mostly, so I can earn my commission.
What do you want?
Ah, assistant. It's about time. So, any luck with that cold-blooded librarian? Excellent! I must admit, I had my doubts, but you're turning out to be a model employee. Assistant. Partner? Whatever. Now, if you just hand it over, I can try to untangle Mailmoth's riddles and set us on the right path. She would. This text reveals Mailmoth's mysterium, his trove to arcane trinkets and treasures. Now, just give me a moment to, Yes, I have it. This clearly refers to a meditation grotto near Kilcreath, one of Shalador's old haunts. Well, to be frank, this seems too good to be true. A single riddle leading to our prize? Too easy. Then again, things often come easy to an adventurer of my caliber. I have some business to conclude here. I'll meet you at Kilcreath once I'm finished. How would I not? Ancient mysteries are Narcisstren's stock in trade. No arcane relic or lost antiquity evades my gaze for long. Surely you've read some of my books? They're bestsellers, assistant. I can get you some, at a very reasonable price. Well, advanced scholarship always involves a bit of give and take. For example, an elderly mage I met in Riften made a modest contribution. But make no mistake, it was I who cracked Melmoth's riddles. He was, for a time, struck me as something of an obsession, if I'm being honest. 50 years he's been at this Melmoth business. 50 years! Oh, can you imagine? That might be a reasonable period of study for an elf, but for a Nord? Ooh, it's untenable. Of course I did. What kind of Mer would I be if I let that doddering fossil waste his scant remaining years chasing riddles like this? I may be ambitious, but I am never cruel. I took his notes as a personal and professional courtesy. Yes, of course, all the credit he deserves. I'm generous with my praise. You'll see soon enough, assistant.
I killed a man for...
Ah, there you are. Yes, I'd say this looks like the right place. What's this, then? A lever of some kind? Well, you did arrive first. Fair's fair. Go ahead and pull it, won't you? Hesitating? Well, that's a bit uncharacteristic. Honestly, where's your sense of adventure? Go on, pull the lever. I'll be right over here if anything happens, so you have nothing to worry about. I'm behind you, assistant. 100%. Watch and learn, assistant. Now that I've graciously shown you what can go wrong, you give it a try. Look, something appeared. A scroll of some kind. Let me guess. Another array of tiresome clues. Oh, do you have any idea how many clues I've worked through thus far? That bottle nonsense from before, that was just one of many chapters in this ridiculous saga. Oh, enough grousing. Out with it! Ah, yes. A reference to his passing fancy with poetry and romance. Was Meomoth a cunning illusionist? Yes. Was he a master wordsmith? Hardly. I don't know about the flowers, but this bit about Lady of the Winter Winds likely points to Kine. Yes, the Nord storm goddess. I'm not aware of any connections between Kine and flowers, but an ancient shrine dedicated to her lies southwest of here, near Chillwind Depths. I'll mark it on your map. Meet me there, all right? to flower petals? Oh, path to a headache, I'd say. Damn this! Blooms for grieving widows. Dragon's tongue for ancient throats. Oh, nonsense, the lot of it! Oh, I fail to see how flowers have anything to do with these sconces. Probably a red herring. Very common in this sort of riddle. But don't let me stop you. Truthfully, I could use a break from all this foolishness. One blossom for the kiss at the end. Surely he doesn't expect us to kiss one of these sconces. There must be a sequence of some kind. Check Melmoth's riddle again. Glad to see I'm not the only one struggling here. Reread the riddle and try again, Assistant. Oh, that did it! And another scroll. What a surprise. So, what's next on the agenda? Sorting pigs by ear size? A guar steak eating contest? At this point, nothing would surprise me. Doors, huh? Perhaps we're finally nearing the end of this. Yes, I see now. This final line about feline faith, it's a clear reference to Sabercat's Leap, a rocky precipice southwest of Morthal. I don't know of any doors there, though. Oh, you're probably right. I tell you this, though. If these illusory doors lead to nowhere, I will be very put out. Only one way to know for sure. Make your way to Sabercat's Leap. I'll meet you there. Let's not dawdle, assistant. I don't... puzzle seems easy enough. It's just a matter of simple deduction. Aha! I have it. Observe! This puzzle seems easy enough. It's just a matter of simple deduction. Aha! I have it. Observe! No. I used that one to illustrate the consequences of hasty choices. Remember? Had you going there for a moment, didn't I? I just wanted to illustrate the perils of overconfidence, a critical lesson for dashing heroes like us. Now, feel free to solve the puzzle. I'll observe from over here. Of course I do. But what kind of historian would I be if I robbed my assistants of the opportunity to achieve great things on their own? Now, enough accusations. You have a puzzle to solve. A clue? Very well. Read the riddle. Only one of these doors is correct. Am I? Or is the riddle simply repeating what I said? To you, perhaps. It makes perfect sense to me and my hordes of loyal readers. I did mention that I'm a best-selling writer, didn't I? Perhaps when you've published some award-winning tomes, we can discuss who does and does not make sense. At last, mail moths. Wait, another scroll? Oh, by the 3. If this isn't the last one, I quit. What did this note say? He asked, expecting a ludicrous response. Vec be praised! In all my years of study and adventure, I have never faced a more frustrating foe than this idiot mail moth. And he's dead. Can you even imagine how insufferable he must have been while he was alive? Mercifully, I believe you're right. Naturally, parting company with me will be difficult, but you'll muddle through somehow. Come on, assistant. Let's bring this farce to a close, shall we? The Mysterium awaits. Onward! Locked. Say, is that a key on the pedestal? Snatch it up, quick!
Medals of miscreants inside the Mysterium! Oh, take this!
Melmoth's mysteries. Last, Melmoth's... Wait, what is all this? This isn't treasure, this is junk! Damn that addle-brained wizard! It's just another trick, it has to be! Ah, look there, a book! Step lively, assistant. Have a look at that tome while I piece this together. Look there, an X on the floor. A gate of some kind? One last riddle, assistant. One final test. Then we will reap the rewards. So, tell me, what did Melmoth's tome reveal? Of course! How could I have missed such an exquisite antiquity? Granted, most of these items are worthless trinkets and oddities, but with some modest poetic license, I could turn that bottle into something truly extraordinary for my readers. A testament to its value, no doubt. Now, a less experienced historian might be troubled by the comically threatening X on the floor, but we know better. Melmoth would only place such a symbol to confuse us, right? Right. It's perfectly safe. Well, yes, of course it would trigger another illusion. I knew that. You passed the test, assistant. Superb reasoning. And now we let the grim resignation set in. Oh, by the three, what a waste of time. Now I will do what I always do in situations like this. Hyperbolize. With some clever prose and a few creative liberties, I can spin this into a yarn worthy of Narcissus Dren. As for you, I suppose you should return Melmoth's journal to Dean Velaz. What? Your mistakes? No, you wound me. I would never cast you in an unflattering light. No. You'll be a mysterious figure assisting from far, far, far back in the shadows. A helpful but discreet partner.
You there! Please! I need help! I didn't think I'd find anyone out here in this frozen wasteland. You, my friend, are a glorious sight. I'm part of the crew from the merchant ship Silver Cormorant. The snows overtook us, trapped us in the ice. Now our shipmates are missing, and we're out of food. I went looking for both. Please, I can't go on. The frost will take my toes soon. If we just had some meat, we could last a few more days, I'm sure. I tried to kill a horker earlier, but my hands were frozen, and I dropped my hunting knife. Please, my crewmates will starve to death if help doesn't come soon. I'll head back to the ship. I'm no good to anyone if I lose my toes. Glad you came along when you did. Hopefully you can help get us out of this mess.
Still alive! Thank you, kind stranger!
What do you want?
I haven't seen you before. Are you new to Solitude? Better yet, are you looking for work? If so, you've come to the right person. Let's talk. Not me, my debtors. I provide funds to the coterie of organized scholars and the Swords of Solitude militia. Both are short-handed and in arrears, so I took it upon myself to correct their courses before they leave me destitute. You'll work for them. Tenzin represents the coterie. Odd work, but it pays well. Hidaver handles the militia's assignments. Dangerous work. Don't do it alone. Here's an advance. Make sure you're prepared for the job they offer you. You're no good to anyone dead.
Take pity on me.
I cannot complain, but that does not seem to stop me.
A fascinating application of the technique.
The Male Moth Historian. You brought Male Moth's journal back? Good. I assume that the Mad Mage's ramblings did not lead you and your greedy dark elf friend to any fabled treasures. People often forget to return guild property. What a welcome surprise. And even better, you didn't bring that shifty mudmouth with you. It brings me no small measure of joy to know he found nothing. Take this. News like this is worth every drake. I simply cannot wait to throw Narcissus Dren's next opus in the waste bin. He's a terrible writer. I won't allow his books on my shelves.
Welcome. Are you here on Mage's Guild business? Yes, of course. We're lawkeepers across the face of Tamriel. Guild members seek out books, tomes, and ancient scrolls in their travels. Why don't you speak with me for a moment? Perhaps you'd like to join. Always good to speak with another knowledge seeker. Guildmaster Vanus will be pleased. We're book hunters of a sort. We seek out new information, capture it in our libraries, and make copies for distribution across Tamriel. The Guild doesn't care about battlefields or boundaries, just knowledge and the acquisition of new tomes. Vanus Galarian, one of the founding members of this august body, still holds the proud title of Guildmaster, overseeing every guild hall in Tamriel. He works with other ranking members, such as Tellinger, the Artificer, to ensure our future success. Excellent. You are now a student of the Mages Guild. Every book you find will now earn you reputation in the Guild.
next time I'm in the field, I think I'll bring a great war. Welcome to our hall. Are you familiar with the guild? The Fighters Guild. You should consider joining up. We have a new guildmaster and a new singular purpose. Why don't we talk for a moment? Excellent. I know we'll all be drawing blades together soon enough. Now, what can I tell you? Right. Our new guildmaster is an Argonian, sees all colors. She has us all hunting down the Daedra and their damned anchors. You might have seen them. Enormous chains, plagues of Daedra boil out to lay waste to the countryside. Hard fights. Guildmaster Jofnir passed away recently, very suddenly. I always thought he'd die with a blade in his hand. But he passed away in his sleep, called to Sovngarde by his ancestors. We all miss him, but Colors has proven to be a very able leader. Then let me be the first to officially welcome you as an associate of the Fighters Guild. Get out there and take the fight to the Daedra.
There is an urgent task for you. Well met, comrade. I have an urgent message from the Guildmaster. Report to me at once. I have a task for you. She's a lizard of few words. She's running things out of the guild hall in Volkelgard at the moment. The Eight guide you, comrade. No, but I have an idea. Word in the hall is that there's a big contract. A huge contract. All hands on deck. She probably wants you in the fight.
We're hungry but peaceful, my friend. Be welcome. Blade's Edge, this is incredible. This meat will see us through the next few days. Longer if we're careful. Thank you, friend. Now that we're not in danger of starving, we need to find our missing crew members. 4 of our crew were taken from the ship in the night by some kind of beast. All fur and fangs. It hit us after dark, so none of us got a good look. The captain and first mate went to look for them earlier this morning, and never returned. I fear the beast got to them. Or worse, they're lost in this damn storm and slowly freezing to death. You've helped us once already. Do you think you could search for them? I still have injured people to take care of aboard the ship. Last we saw the captain and Drixon, they were following tracks due east. Just trading. We came from Rihad and Hammerfell. It's too bad we weren't bringing food. I would have gladly paid for the lost merchandise if it kept my people alive for a little while longer.
I didn't think anyone would ever find me out here. If not for you, I'd be a frozen corpse in a few hours. Captain Mavok and I left the Cormorant together, tracking a monstrous beast. It was pulling a cart stacked with corpses. And some of our crew, I fear. Once we got close, we realized it wasn't some horrifying monster, just a Khajiit. Big one. Tried to. The thing tossed me like a rag doll and knocked the captain out cold. Threw him on the cart and hauled him straight into the blizzard. I'm too weak to fight, but I can still accompany you to find my people. I saw which way the beast went. We have to find Captain Mavok. This must be the camp. Keep an eye out for the captain. Collecting corpses? Gods. But that amulet... I wonder if it's around here somewhere. That amulet... It almost seems like it's calming the blizzard. Look up the hill. Those ruins were hidden by the storm. Is that Vergla Hollow? Amdahan! Come on!
You are not Zanuck. Should I assume that you are here to kill me?
Must be Fabre. Ice doesn't look natural.
Did it! The amulet destroyed the ice.
Perhaps I deserve death. I destroy as easily as I create. I taint that which I love.
Narine! No! This must be Master's doing.
Fret not. Your people serve a higher purpose now.
dagger! No! Drangolier. Gods.
I will not let my shame snuff out the power I have wrought. I must finish my work.
Getting close.
Help me! Destroy the frozen dais! It's where she draws her power!
Behold the frost focus, the font of my creations. Why do you refuse my gift? Why does no one understand the beauty of what I offer? I give life where there was none. I breathe fire into frozen hearts.
a moment longer. I need to see the sky!
You did it, friend. Meet us back at the ship. After we resupply and get ourselves out of this ice, we can get underway again.
Fine work, Drixon. I'm proud of this crew, as always. My savior. I apologize for running off like that, but I had to ensure my crew was safe. I'm glad you're here now. The Silver Cormorant owes you a great debt, stranger. Our dead will be missed dearly. We'll make sure they have a proper funeral after all is said and done. This crew is family. We mourn together, but we endure together too. You've given us the luxury to do both. Looks that way, thanks to you. With any luck, we might even be able to salvage the Cormorant. She's a fine ship. Please, take this. I wish I had more to give. When the last of my blood thaws, I'll start chipping away at the ice myself. I'm sure the Cormorant is as eager to be free as her crew is. Better, now that I'm not in danger of turning into one of those frozen thralls. I was halfway there when you and Drigson showed up. Thought I was done for. That woman was a terror. Was that her name? Doesn't matter. I'm just glad she's gone. There was such darkness in her eyes. Pain, too. Bone-deep pain. It was eating her up. I could feel it even as I stood there, freezing to death. Free the Silver Cormorant from the ice and assess her damage. It'll take some doing to get her free, but this crew isn't averse to hard work. In the meantime, I sent a few of them to Morthal to gather supplies. Now that the storm has settled and my crew heartened, we're much better equipped to handle the delay. Supplies from Morthal will help too. We've gotten through the worst of it. Now the only way to move is forward.
I take you no... What are you staring at? Never seen a Nord hurl curses at a bunch of wretched bastards! Yeah, well, they're long gone. Across the water. And my Nelfthea with them. She should have just run off with me. We'd have scraped by without more of their dirty money. Don't know why she's so loyal. After all they've made us do. The Frostbite Raiders. Bastards! Everyone! Except Nelfthea. We've had enough of the bloodshed. She promised to come with me once she's gotten her share from our last raid. But I hear fighting on the frozen coast. She's in trouble. I know it. You can take that boat to the Frostbite's hideaway on the frozen coast. It's a ramshackle dump. Shacks and tents on shifting ice floes. There's no telling when Nelfthea will be. You'll have to search. Don't spare any raiders who get in your way. Damned Frostbite found out I was planning to leave them. So they decided to beat me senseless and toss me out to sea on that boat, with nothing but the clothes on my back. I don't know if I'm glad they didn't suspect Nelfthea too, or not. At least we'd be together, away from whatever mayhem is unfolding in that raider camp. I'd suffer dozens more lumps if it meant we could lean on each other and limp our way to a better life. She's pretty, fair-haired and fierce, but she's got kind eyes when you know her. She wears a protective charm, passed down from her grandmother around her neck. Old Nord magic. Nothing else like it among the raiders.
Giants, mercy. I'm so cold. You're not one of those giants. Run, before you wind up like me. Margreta sent you, didn't she? Coward picked the perfect time to turn her backs on us. Not Nafthea, though. She stuck by us when we needed her. A Frostbite Raider to the end. I don't know for certain. She was holding her own against those half-giant bastards. But the last thing I saw before they wrecked my lookout was a God's honest giant smash her clear off the docks. If that did her in, she's in Sovngarde for sure. Northeast, where these monsters landed. You're a fool to go looking, but I hope you find Nafthea alive. If not, I'll tell her you tried when I reach the Hall of Valor.
Plungers are seized but us! Frog!
Where is she? Where's my Nelthea? No. Nell. Why'd you choose them? What did they ever do to deserve you? Thank you for bringing me this. For letting me know. It's worth what little the Frostbite left me. Do you know what happened to my Nell? Did those rotten Frostbite bastards turn on her too? Giants? My Nell? She was always last to draw steel on a raid. Why would she do something as suicidal as fight giants? Never a soul she didn't care about, even on a raid. When the rest of the Frostbite were making off with everything they could carry, she'd leave what she could behind for those we'd robbed. This isn't how she was meant to live, let alone die. She liked horses. Not that she'd ever ridden one. She was going to work a stable, learn the trade. I hadn't figured out what more I wanted than to be with her. Now I don't even have that. Nelthea was too good for this. Too good for me.